We here at JATF are not sponsored or affiliated with any of the games we will be mentioning. Any games mentioned in this podcast will have spoilers. Listener discretion is advised. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a wait a minute. 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 Wait a minute.
Welcome to S4 Nite Gamer Night podcast. This is going to be our first episode of pretty much all the games and not just Fortnite. Still S4 Nite because that is the audio drama this is kind of spinning off of, but this is soon just going to be just a gamer thing. But I'm your host, Samurai, and with me is...
Helena,
my lovely Helena. How are you?
tired.
Oh, no.
Yes, but
Well-
it's okay because I'm excited to do this.
Yeah. You didn't get enough sleep? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's the gamer's life. We're both nocturnal. We operate better at night. We function more at night, and we just sleep throughout the day sometimes.
Oh, we try.
Yeah.
When the kids are in school.
But then we gotta, grown up stuff and do adult stuff and mornings. Don't you just love them, baby?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, honesty is key. So, we're gonna be talking a lot about survival games in particular. So this would be a survival theme night, gamer night.
My favorite genre.
Yeah, you were now
That and
into
horror.
yes, which we will touch on later. I'm kind of playing the game that's both,
Mm-hmm.
and you've been looking at it too. So
yeah, I
but
kind of want to play it.
yeah, we'll try to find it on Xbox, and because I could also play with you as well. But we'll touch on that later. But right now, we're gonna be talking about the lovely game we've been into that has all the rave, Grounded 2.
Yay.
Which is really odd because me and you do not like insects at all.
No, hate them.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's a lot of spiders.
Oh, I hate spiders.
Yeah, I do like the way they did the wolf spider into. In one, he was kind of anorexic. Now that I look at the two of them, the Grounded 1 and 2. But, like, he's menacing in Grounded 2.
Yeah.
Like, those wolfies are like, oh,
Why do you
no.
think I avoid all the spiders? Because all of them just look so creepy.
Right. Which I know we've also talked about the phobia feature they still have.
That's so stupid. I hate it.
It makes
Because it turns into just a blob. But then you can't see how it's attacking. You
Right.
can't see the way it's moving, where it's lunging. Like, it's just a blob. So you're not getting to see the legs or the fangs or anything like that to see where it's coming
right.
at for you to dodge it or block it or whatever. You can't see any of that.
Right. It's just the body and then the face and then the eyes. Like, the fangs are gone, the legs are gone. I don't think we've ever turned on the feature in Grounded 2, but in Grounded 1, because the spiders themselves don't really move like they do in 2, I don't think it's that bad.
Okay, so I did look it up to see what people's opinions were of that feature, and a lot of people say it makes it harder.
Especially in 1, because again, the spiders in 1, they weren't as fluid moving as they are in 2.
Right.
The one that had the most motion, in my opinion, bug-wise, was the larvas. The larvas were doing that little like backwards dance thing and then lunge at you, and versus the spiders in 1, they really didn't perform that well.
Right.
They were just creepy, and then they would just like attack here and there. But in 2, they gave them more bounce. They gave them more like characteristic. Especially for the wolf spiders. Like,
right.
Yeah, they are menacing. They are huge.
Yeah.
And they
seem way bigger.
Yeah, they do. They seem a lot bigger. Now, but again, my comment before simply was like going from 2 and then back to 1. Because we didn't really finish 1. We kind of got a little distracted with 2. So we're like, 2's here. And then we kind of just dropped 1 and jumped right into 2. Now that we're done with 2, though, we're going back to 1.
We're at a standstill where we kind of can't necessarily move forward with the...
Right.
The only thing we could do is Axel, and that's it. But
Right.
I heard he's huge.
Yeah, and
he
tough.
is way bigger than the wolf spider. He's like three times the size of a wolf spider.
As he should be. He's a tarantula. Them things are no joke. But
I've seen pictures. Oh, he's so pretty.
Yeah,
Like the colors.
I saw, especially on TikTok. Yeah, he looks really cool and really decorative, and again, going off of the updates and stuff like that, there's gonna be a lot of weapons you can get from him, a lot of other stuff, which I like that they're bringing him out.
Yeah, gear.
They're bringing
Gear's
him
gonna
out
be
towards
cool.
like the Halloween time of the whole year, which is pretty nice. But we've caught up pretty much with Grounded 2. We've gone as far as we can. So we're backtracking to 1 to finish the game, and again noticing just the different the slight differences. Again, the wolf spiders in 2, the wolf spiders, and 1 I'm like, why does he look so anorexic? Like the wolf spider in 1 was so skinny. But even just playing 1 without playing 2, like they were still like, even you're like, well, 1, the color of the wolf spiders and the orb weavers, and then 2, you're like, no, it's huge. And then when we get closer to it, you're like, yeah, that's a wolfie, we need to leave. Versus in 2, right away because they're just that much bigger than every other spider, which is cool. And I'm just excited to finish 1, because now we've gotten to an interesting part where we're seeing those little control things. Those little we saw them more in 2 when we were what was her name? That she tapped into like our frequency.
She doesn't have a name.
I thought she did.
No, they never say it.
Hack something or hacker or something.
Anyways,
but
the hacker or something.
Yeah, like that. She was putting receivers on the bugs. We're now seeing them in 1. Well, us now that we're continuing seeing it and we're progressing through it.
Right, but we don't know yet where they're coming from. At least in 2, she tunes into like our scabies.
Yeah.
So then we can hear her, and she kind of like taunts us.
Right.
Like, hey, just so you know, I'm coming.
Right.
And
sends raids and stuff like that.
I'm sending my minions after you and things like that. To kind of like test us in a way.
Right. And I know like in 1 there were raids that were sent to us, but that was mostly because I kept pissing off the bugs.
Yes.
They'd tell us too, like, hey,
they're coming for revenge.
Right. Or like when we would just like go throughout the gameplay, the black ants, no matter what, they would just start attacking us. But before, like the soldier ants would attack us, but like the worker ants, they'd be like, okay, like they'll leave us alone. Now they're all like coming to attack us because I was just killing them. My bad. Sorry, not sorry.
And just the red ants are all just punks anyways.
Yeah.
They all just attack us anyways. But
right. Fire ants.
Yeah, that's what. Oh, that not red ants. That's what I meant. Fire ants.
The fire ants. Yeah. But yeah. So now we're kind of getting to an interesting part with Grounded 1, and I'm excited to see where. I mean, we kind of know because we've looked up where Grounded 1 is going to lead into. But I didn't know that we're gonna have like receivers and stuff like that.
Yeah, me either.
That whole mystery and stuff like that. So we fought the Black Widow in Grounded 1, which is not as scary as I thought. She killed me.
She killed me quick.
Yeah. She
Again,
did.
I was behind you. You were up front because you're always the
Yeah, I'm the tank.
Yeah. And then I'm always the archer.
Right.
I'm far back shooting. And I think somehow because the way you were, like I was behind you, she started coming through the tunnel.
Right.
And once you were like, oh, hold on, or something, you did something, and she bypassed you and went straight for me.
Right. Because again, when you're fighting the Black Widow, she also has her little babies like with her.
Right, I think you were starting to like, oh no, I need to fight the babies.
They were killing me.
And then she noticed you stopped hitting her.
Right.
So then she noticed me, and she was like, no, I'm going after that one. And I was like, oh no.
Yeah, my baby's got this one. I'm going after, the other one that's shooting me. And you were doing a lot of damage with the archer. You do a lot of damage with the archer, which is nice. And I love the fact that you've upgraded your arrows and stuff like that, so you can do that and help me out. But I was trying to get back to the Black Widow. And she chased you. She chased you. Yeah. She done got you. But after that, we went into the lab and we got whatever we needed to get. But yeah, so that's not even one of like the bigger bosses though. Because we have the Brood Mother, we have the Praying Mantis in Grounded 1. And I think there's 2 others.
I don't remember. I know the Broodmother. And I know... No, it was the Broodmother, the Black Widow, the Praying Mantis. That might have been it.
I feel like there was another one.
Was it... the Termite King?
Yeah, I think it was the Termite
Maybe?
Queen or Termite King, which we haven't faced yet. But yeah, so that's interesting to say the least, and I'm excited to see where we progress in Grounded 1. But yeah, it's been quite interesting, and again I feel like we're not as done with Grounded 1 as we think.
Right. Also, too, I like doing that with you, I like doing that in general. I'll play a game for a while, and then because I'm so involved in it, and I'm just like, ooh, I'm so excited, like, what's new? And then I kind of hit like a plateau.
Right.
Where I'm like, okay, nothing crazy happening, or I see another game that really piques my interest, and then I'll kind of fall back from this game and I play this game more, and then again, once I hit to where I'm like, oh, I'm a little bored at
like
the
a stagnant
moment.
place.
Yeah, I'm a little bored at the moment. I'll dive back into another game that I've already started. So then I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Then it seems new to me again.
Right. Yeah. Also, too, learning the controls.
Right.
And I know when for me, I was bouncing between different survival games, just testing them out. And then, which we're going to get into later, when we'd play Ark, I'd be like, oh, shoot, what are the controls?
Right.
And then, well, also, it's more confusing for me, too, because sometimes, depending on the game, some of the controls are better with keyboard and mouse than it is for, like, the Xbox controller.
Right.
Which I can do both, but sometimes just to control, like, I know in Grounded 1... I'm using the keyboard and mouse. In Grounded 2, for some reason, the controller was just a lot better.
Right.
I have no idea why. I don't know if that's just how we started it, or I just got used to the controls. Like, I don't know any of the controls in Grounded 2 for keyboard and mouse. And when I tried it, I felt so lost, and I wasn't able to, like, do the things I wanted to. I was like, I'm just going to pick up the Xbox controller and just go with that, because I was
they
so
also
comfortable with it.
changed the setup, though.
Yes.
So that might be why.
Because
now, again, I've only ever played with a controller.
Right.
And sometimes, though, the setup throws me off a little bit. And I'm like, oh, like, I don't like the way they did this. And I think with maybe, like, keyboard and mouse, it would be a little easier.
Right.
But again, I don't know.
Right.
That's my assumption.
I know for the keyboard and mouse, I'm able to switch between my weapons because it's something I'm used to when I'm playing RPG games or hack and slash games when I have to switch weapons or even like using skill powers. It's always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like the top numbers on top of the letters on the keyboard. But those are the settings for like me switching out my weapons. I can just what do they call hotkey? I can hotkey the weapons like the ant club. I can hotkey the bow and arrow if I wanted to. Or like the shovel or the pickaxe for 1, because again, it's not the Omni tool in 2.
Right.
Like the Omni tool is all in 1 for all of them. But for 1, we have to switch back and forth to like mine the stuff. So the hotkeys for like 1 through like I think 6 or 7 is really great. Versus like when I tried the controller for 1. It's that RB button, and brings up like that wheel.
Yeah.
But to me, that throws me off. For 1.
But I do like the wheel, because I have more options to store things.
Right.
Okay, so if I need extra, not necessarily weapons, but we're going somewhere hot, so I need to put on gear. But then we're going in the water also. Like, we have multiple things we need to do. I can put some of my gear in those so I can switch between them really quickly.
Right.
I do like that. I do wish they kind of implemented something similar to that, or as many hotkeys as in number 1, but they don't have it in number 2. It's only the select few, and that's it.
Right. Because I know in 1, actually I think I'm able to do it in 2 as well. For me anyways, well, it should be the same for you. There's different hotkey rows. So there's like hotkey row 1, and then like I think I don't know what button it is, but then you drop down and you can put like a new set of hotkeys. And then there's a third one, and you can put like a third set of hotkeys.
For number
For
2?
number 2, yeah.
I haven't noticed that.
Yeah, I'll have to show you.
Yeah,
but yeah,
because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, so that because I know I had one for when I would switch between the hard hat helmet with the light, and then with my regular gear, I'd switch down the hotkey row and then just click it and then go back to the other one. So that all my stuff was there. Or example, like you mentioned, the sandbox and stuff like that. Like going to the sandbox, I have all my sandbox equipment in the hotkey row 2. So then I jump down and I just, instead of going in my inventory, clicking them all, they're just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I have everything equipped. Right. And then I'll go back to the hotkey row 1 if I needed like my axe, my whatever.
Right.
So that ended up helping out, but I have to show you how to do that. But I like that they did that, and for some reason, it makes using the Xbox controller a lot better than like the keyboard. But in 1, I have to use the keyboard. I don't know why. In 2, I can get away with the Xbox controller because of those hotkey rows. And again, they probably made it better for Xbox users or like PlayStation users, like actual
console gamer.
Right. So more of handheld console controller layouts. So they probably catered more to that versus Grounded 1. I think most people played it on the PC. But then again, they released it for, Game Pass for Xbox, and then whatever version PlayStation has, I guess. But I know like they pretty much in my opinion, it was geared more towards PC and more PC friendly and more PC like operational versus in Grounded 2 they were like catering to everyone because it got popular really quick.
Yeah.
So, but I'm enjoying both what 1 has in store for us when we're gonna finish it, because I think we're gonna finish it, and then 2, to have all those nice little Halloweeny stuff for Grounded 2.
I think also too, I think we've been putting off diving back into 2 because we're waiting for the updates.
Yeah, because we could do, and I know
we could fight Axel,
right? But
I kind of want to save that,
right?
And like let some more updates come out,
right?
And then
like the
finish
winter
one, right? Finish 1, then jump back in, so that there's new area to explore, new bugs, and all of that.
Right.
I think that's
which
kind
should
of
be
what
coming
I
out soon with this whole Halloween thing, this Halloween update they're doing. I think I read it to you before. New bugs and new power-ups for your mounts, for your little buggies. We're going to be instituted. There's going to be...
Yeah, but that's in the winter.
Right.
Fall is just Axel.
But they're doing a Halloween one. They're doing a...
are they?
I think Spooky and Harry.
Yeah, that's
Harry
just Axel.
But there's other things involved with that. There's the praying mantis gear that they're throwing in.
Right, that's what I mean.
Right,
like,
and some
there's
stuff
no new bugs.
No new bugs, but there's stuff to upgrade your equipment, to add to your buggies and stuff like that. So, but yeah, but it'll be pretty interesting. The winter one's gonna be so dope. It's gonna be so great.
So, currently the Harry and Scary update is you have Axel recipes.
Right.
The Axel arena. A hot pouch on your buggies.
Right.
You have Axel himself. Then you get armor, weapons from Axel, and then mantis armor.
Yes.
And you'll get furniture from Axel also. But that's it.
Right. There's no new bugs. There's no new areas to explore.
Versus the winter update.
That's going to be a whole new thing.
I'm so excited about this. 1, we get the garden. That is the new in the winter. That's what's dropping. Is the garden area is going to open. That is going to come with new bugs. That's going to come with a new biodome.
There's going to be water.
I don't know, not in that one. No. I think that's going to be in the summer update, and that I'm only saying that because of the other creatures it's listing. I have the list literally.
It would make sense to have the water one be for summer anyway.
Right.
Summer splash and stuff like that.
But the winter one I'm really excited for because the garden. We get our peeper updates.
Ooh.
We can get coziness points. So the more you decorate,
That's so cool.
you get coziness points. So you'll get you'll be able to purchase more things.
Ooh.
We'll get the ladybug buggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be able to use the peeper on the buggy. And we're going to get crickets. We're going to get
So nice.
earwigs,
Ew.
which are disgusting.
Yeah, they're gross.
And new variants of existing insects. Plus,
Right.
then we'll get the tier 3 equipment and the tier 3 Omni tool.
Right.
Mushroom stuff, new furniture, and new base defenses.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot.
I'm excited.
Of stuff.
Winter's gonna be fun for Grounded too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. That's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, because summer's when the
The
water's
stuff,
coming.
the aquatic stuff.
The fountain and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, that's going to be all that.
Hopefully by then we'll have one finished.
And then there's just, and then it just says future plans.
Ooh.
So we don't even know when those are going to keep going.
Right.
Or how long this is going to take. How long it's going to take for them to be fully done
Right.
doing the
Because
game.
they even if they do like the whole map, they may
But
very
if
well
you
just drop like DLCs.
look at the map, we are only in the tiniest
Right.
portion of the
It's
map.
huge. It's really huge.
Yeah.
Compared to like the backyard in one, like this, and it's
Right,
understandable why they
we were
gave us
able to
buggies.
get
Yeah.
around pretty quickly. It was just levels. Like
Right.
we had to find a way to climb up, or we had to build something to
Yeah.
climb up, to get to the different levels.
Mhm.
But
or gear for like the snow stuff and the hot stuff and
right, versus in number 2, we need stuff for the cold.
yes.
We need stuff for the hot, like for the little fire pit.
Mhm.
There's a bunch of stuff.
Right.
I do think, just by looking at the new map for 2, from what I can see that's not done, it looks like there's going to be like a sandbox,
Ooh.
like a sand area, like where kids would play
Right.
at like a park.
You think that's gonna drop during the summer though?
I don't know,
Because it can be the
but that
fountain
could be
and the
future.
sandbox.
That could be future plans.
Ooh.
That could be in future plans,
Right.
because then you're gonna get into sand lions.
Mhm.
You're gonna get into a whole bunch of other bugs in the sand area.
Yeah.
And also too, it looks really big. Where in the sandbox, it like in Grounded 1,
Mhm.
the sandbox,
It's pretty tiny.
it's small. It looks big like when you're in it, but
Right.
like in reality, it's not that big.
I don't think we didn't really explore the sandbox in one because I don't think there was much to do
Right.
in there.
Right.
I think we just got the materials we needed and then we just popped off.
But we need to jump back in because we need more of the ant lions. But we
Yeah.
need the big ones. Those are the ones that throw stuff at you.
Yeah, those are the ones that are buried and they don't leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need those.
Yeah, because we
Um,
need their
They're,
pincers.
yeah, the chomper things, the pinchers, yeah. So we need to go back in there. But I don't think there's really much to like explore besides the little tunnels they dig.
Right.
But again, it's a very small sandbox.
Right.
We just again need the proper gear to run around in there during the day. We could
Because at
essentially
night it gets creepy.
Right.
Because there's wolf spiders in there.
Yeah. Which again, I've pretty much like we've gotten it down to T where like wolf spiders are not that tough anymore,
Right.
which is great. So, but yeah, we can definitely try to venture in there. Once we get back to playing 1, and again, it may lead us back over there.
Right.
Because we may need stuff. Maybe there's some other bugs we missed in this sandbox that are in there. Because again, so far, wolf spiders and ant lions, and that's pretty much it.
That's in 1.
Right, and that's in 1. So I don't know if there's any other bugs in there. There's no stink bugs. There's no bombrays as far as I'm aware.
No.
There's still like weevils and like aphids like running around
Yeah.
in there and stuff like that. But and a little like water area, because I know where we built the house, there's like a little water area.
Yeah. Where we
So-
built the little base.
Right.
There's like the tiniest bit. But that I only put our base there so that way we had access to something to cool down.
Right. Yeah, it's exciting. Whoop whoop! I'm so excited.
Yeah.
But so I think this will be a good time to take a little break.
Ooh. Before we do that though.
Before we do that.
I did want to mention, I don't understand why they don't have from 1, right? We
Mhm.
learn all of the things. We learn the basics.
Right.
We have all the recipes. We've purchased them. Why do we need to do that again for the second one?
Oh, okay. So I got it. So you mean like, say, for example, same bug. Excuse me. Same bug in 1 is the same one in 2. The wolf spiders. If we get gear and stuff like that for the wolf spiders, why do we have to do it again for the second one? Is what you're asking.
The recipes, not necessarily for the bugs. I'm talking about if I'm making basic gear.
Right.
I'm making basic weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm making a bow, regular bow, not crossbow, not.
Oh, you even mean like the plantation and stuff like that, like the.
Why do I need
the
to
grass and
purchase weapons?
Right.
Why do like the blueprint? Also, too, stone foundation. Why do I need to purchase a blueprint for
with the raw science points we get and stuff like that?
When I already know how to do that, when I should, theoretically,
right.
If I was shrunk down in 1, I learned all of this stuff. Why do I need to learn it again? Why do I need to gain the blueprint for it? So I should already know how to do this.
True.
I think it's because I'm putting myself in. If I was shrunk,
right,
got had the beginning stuff, got big again, was shrunk down again.
So
I should know how to do that.
Storyline defense over here, because I actually just thought about this. It's actually a couple of years after the event happened.
No, it's not.
They're a little bit older, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not that long. It's like a year or 2.
Right, which again, like you forget what it was to be that small after that many years. And then it's like, because I think it's their anniversary or the yearly celebration when everything starts in that park.
Right, but I think it's only a year. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's only a year.
Maybe.
So you're telling me I was shrunk down for how long? I was shrunk down for like months.
Yes.
I was little for a long time.
Right. But again, it doesn't. So story-wise, we don't really know how long they were shrunken for.
I'm going to have to look it up.
Right. Because I do know, what's his name? Not Wendell. Wally?
Wendell.
Is it Wendell?
Yeah.
Wendell was shrunken down for a bit.
Before we did.
Yeah, because he had the suitcase.
Because they were experimenting on children.
Right. He had the suitcase. He was going, I think, to his house, because this is essentially his backyard. And something happened where he dropped the case, and I'm assuming he got shrunken too. So he was either running from something or running from someone. But I know from the memories that we were having, he took us out of the lab. We were in the lab. They were experimenting on us. They shrunk us. He grabbed us and ran. And I guess by the time he got to this house, they got to him. He dropped the suitcase, and then that's where we start. But I guess he got shrunken too. Well, now he's in this gelatinous ball.
Seems like it's just his head.
Right. But he's a blobby mess. Because it looks like a fake disguise, like the glasses and the nose thing. That looks fake. But that might just be him. Right.
But again, he's squished into this jar.
Right. This floating jar thing.
But he says when we find him, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't played, I am so sorry.
There's already spoiler warning in the intro. Yeah, all the games we're going to be talking about. Yeah, I figured I'd throw that in for these.
He says that he was trying to counteract the raisoning that was occurring.
Right.
Where he's dehydrating at such a rapid rate, hence why they started experimenting on children or teens.
Right.
Because
they're more resilient. The effects weren't as strong on them.
Right.
Versus like all the adults they sent down, they were like adverse effects to the max.
Right. Especially with raisoning.
Right.
Like they were shriveling up. They were becoming so dehydrated so quickly that they were like, let's try this on younger people. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that is still, even though if it is a year, I think you can forget a lot, or trauma, you want to forget a lot of, being almost killed by wolf spiders and bugs, and so.
But in 2, when we first get in and we have to kill and cook and eat weevils and aphids, they're like, oh, I missed this.
Right. So essentially they should already know how. Essentially they should already know like how to. I get your point. I get how it's kind of like, hey, even though it's been a year,
I'm just confused.
it becomes because it could also be like muscle memory, like
right.
Especially you have technically the storyline is all four of them are in it together. Us as the players, it can just be one of us, two of us, three of us, four of us, whatever. But the storyline is all four of them are shrunken and working together.
Right.
Hence, there's that commentary when you have two of them together and they're going back and forth. And like you said, they're like, oh, I missed this. I missed the taste of this. I missed doing this. So they remember. So it would make more sense that like the basic stuff, like you said, building at least like the grass stuff or like doing stuff with the weed stems.
That's
like,
what
hey,
I mean.
That should already be
we shouldn't
there.
have to reanalyze that stuff.
Right.
Essentially, kind of what I was saying. We shouldn't have to collect rock and
Right.
clover and
analyze
stems
it, see what we get, and
to analyze it.
now, unless the whole analyzing process was to see while we were put to normal, they were still working on this whole shrinking process. They never stopped. My
Right.
assumption. They still kept at it. So unless it's like we got shrunken again and they've made more improvements on what we can do with the rock, what we can do with the grass and things we can build, then that'll be different for like, okay, that's why we're analyzing them. But it seems like it's just the
So
basic
far,
stuff.
it's the same stuff.
Right. Now again, killing a scorpion, analyzing that, like, oh, we can make new gear with this.
Right.
The
But that's more
cockroaches, we
like
can make new gear with this.
gear to wear.
Right.
A couple weapons, but like, yeah, it's just I was confused mostly with the whole building aspect because
Right.
I do like I'm the builder and
Right.
out
And
of the
not
two
me,
of us.
which is why it's I get what you're saying, and I'm trying to understand it from a buildings aspect, but I don't build. I'm just like the
Right.
weapons, the gear and stuff like that, because I'm your bodyguard, your tank, your
yeah, you're the one that runs off, and I'm gonna go collect materials for
Right.
you. I'm gonna go, fight these bugs while you fix the
Right.
the fortress or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Here's this gear. Oh, you want to use bow and arrows? Here's this gear to like amp up your bow and arrow attacks and stuff like that. And like here, now
Right.
you need to wear this, and here's the upgraded one. And oh, hey, there's this spear. Do you want this? And so, and then you were like, I'm gonna build entire monuments. And
Yes.
you build and build and build. So, which I do love because I try to do. I've played games like this before, and I do build because I needed to, or like Sims. Like I would just build my own houses, but at some point, because I want to get to like the storyline of whatever I'm playing, I do like pre-builds. I'm like, oh, I'll pre-build this, and then I'll change it and customize it. But you're like, no, I want it from scratch. Like
Yeah,
I want
no.
to do it myself. Because you tried in some games to do the pre-builds, and you're like, it's not working. It's not what I want. Like I know in spinning around back to Fortnite, in Fortnite Odyssey, most of the pre-builds, you're like, I'm not too happy with it, but like,
Right, it works. It serves its purpose.
Right.
But it's because I'm having such a hard time trying to build one myself.
Right. And so I noticed with Lego Odyssey, it's a little difficult to do that. But yeah, you are definitely the builder in Grounded, and I love that. And you build these monuments, and we're able to do a lot of the stuff. Gather the gear we're wearing because you build these really great forts, and you keep us protected.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah, and I think in Grounded 2 we quickly realized we needed, because the labs were okay, but we needed something because we ran into a scorpion early on in the game of playing Grounded 2, and that was tough. 'Cause
I
we
don't even
barely had
remember
anything.
how.
He followed us.
Yeah,
we
but
went
from
out
where?
a little bit. It was nighttime.
Right, and that's when they wander.
Right. So we went I think farther. I can't. We were doing a task. They
Right,
set a
and it
task. We had to
wasn't-
go to
it
like another
wasn't,
lab or
like-
something, get whatever, and then come back. So when we were coming back to the first lab from wherever we came from, that's when I think like it was like threat detected, whatever. We thought it was like maybe like one of the larva things or whatever. We just kept going. All of a sudden, you're like, no, that is a scorpion behind you. And I was like, oh, it's huge.
Right, it was
Maybe
a big
we'll
one. It
just-
wasn't
yeah.
the little ones.
Right. So we tried to fend it off, and then we just hit, right?
Right, we're like, oh, we'll hide, he'll go away,
Right.
because, again, our knowledge was from one, which
Yeah.
that's what they do.
They just go away.
Eventually, once they realize the threat's not there,
They just
they
leave.
will wander back to their zone that they
Right.
are programmed to be
No,
in.
that scorpion stayed around.
Nope. He burrowed underneath us
Yeah.
and behind us and ended up inside the thing with
Yeah,
us.
because he actually. So when I thought he left, he was gone for a while. He came around to the inside the cave through the back.
Right.
And I was like, oh, he's behind us now. What the? Because I'm hearing threat detected, and then I look, and he's right there where the broken glass is. I was like, oh, he's back here. And then it's like I had to like have him chase me out, and then he kept burrowing. He kept doing that, and
at one point he ended up inside.
Yeah, that was my bad.
Of the thing with us.
Because the door kept opening. But we end up having to like trap him somewhere, right?
I'm
we
so
had to
sorry
like.
if everyone is hearing.
It's
me
okay.
jingling.
It's my decorative for
and
my
they
mics.
are bumping me, and it's driving me nuts.
Just slide them up. Yeah.
I'm just gonna slide
I may not
them
edit it out because
over.
this is cute. There you go.
Thank
My
you.
bad. So it's my bracelets, my
I
many
know,
bracelets
I
that
know.
I had to take off because I
But
don't
it's
have enough.
also too. It's like
have no
ones
more
that
arms.
like were given to
Right.
you. They're like a couple of
And some of them,
mine.
whoops, yours. I'm making a
There's
mess over
like
here
two
too.
of mine on there.
Yeah.
But they're just like bumping me because they're
Sorry.
so close to the mic. They're not back here
Yeah.
that I know it's gonna hear the jingling.
It's okay. It's a big like jingle bells. But yeah, I know this scorpion was definitely a pain in the butt. Encountering it early on, and you're like, we need a fortress. We need something. We need to be protected because we're not dealing with that again.
Right.
And we didn't, like after we built the fort or whatever, but that was this. It wasn't a wolf, it was the big scorpion. I was like, ho ho ho. We had to trap it somewhere and then like bow and arrow and then spear and then finally we killed it. Because it would not go away. It just.
It had me cornered
Yeah.
on top of
The log.
a root.
Yeah. It wouldn't go away. We'd like be in the lab, threat detector would go away, and then the moment we step out, the thing would just come right back. It was just running, or it just kept circling because we were doing something in the
Right.
lab. I go to step out, and I just see the thing walk. It was surrounding us. It was not leaving.
It was
It's
not
like, I know
leaving
you're
us alone.
there. I know you're there. Come out and play. I don't want to, sucker. No.
Right, go away.
Right. But yeah.
Because we couldn't stay in the lab.
Right. We had to
Because-
go out and
right,
do
and
the
it wasn't
missions
that the
and-
glass was completely covering to where like he still couldn't get us.
No, it was broken.
It was broken. He could walk right through, and he did.
Yeah, and that freaked us out. I was like, ah, yeah, that was not a good experience. Jumping into Granite 2, first encounter with a scorpion, barely any equipment on. Just it was not good. Fun and scary at the same time, but just not good in general. But yeah, anything else you want to say about Grounded 2 before we moved on, or Grounded
no.
1?
That was it. I just want to mention that because
Yeah,
it irritates me.
yeah, I know.
That I have to
they
rescan
should've-
everything that I should already know what it
Yeah.
is, like a rock,
right,
a pebble. My bad, a pebble.
a pebble, and like grass and dry grass and.
I should
the
know what
weed
that is. I
stems,
shouldn't
which
have
we've all
to
worked with. And
Yeah, I shouldn't have to do that again.
right to
I
get the same
understand-
recipes as before.
I understand the bugs.
Right.
Yes. Whatever you're collecting from them, because there's new bugs, there's different variants of
Mhm.
them. Things like that. I do understand, like,
Sorry.
picking that stuff up and having to analyze it. Or new things, like when
Right.
it comes with, like, pine needles and,
Right, the pine
and
cones
things like that.
and-
I understand that. But I shouldn't have to analyze a pebble. I shouldn't have to analyze a clover. And I shouldn't have to analyze
the weed stems.
right. The dry grass, the weed stems, I shouldn't have to analyze that stuff
Right.
because I've already been with that stuff. I already know that stuff,
Yeah.
and I know I should know the basics.
Right. Yeah, pretty much.
Sap. I shouldn't have to analyze
Tree
sap.
Tree sap.
But yeah, so
I get it. No, I again as a build, it didn't bother me none because I don't build. But as a builder, that must be frustrating. So, but yeah, it's good to hear different aspects on like the different roles we play in the game.
right.
So, but yeah, we'll cut into a little commercial break and then we'll get right back to it. So hang tight, guys, and we'll be right back.
Looking for an energy drink that keeps you awake? Well, W Energy has you covered. No jitters, no crashes, and you can even purchase merch to go with your energy powder, like shirts, mugs, steel mugs, duffel bags, shakers, and much more. Take a sip of your favorite drink while sporting some anime mugs they have to offer. Use our promo code S4NITE to get a discount on all purchases. That's S4NITE. Don't deprive your drive to energize. Get W Energy Powder now. Gammy's Baked Goods. They're not just cookies, but love poured into cupcakes, cakes, and yes, delicious cookies. They have many flavors that change weekly. You'll find one that tickles your taste buds. Order them on facebook.com/Gammy's Baked Goods. That's GAMMY_S Baked Goods.
And welcome back to the show. This is the second half of the show, and we are going to be talking about the other survival games we've been playing.
Whoop,
Whoop, whoop. So, your new favorites, which you've been
recently obsessed with.
yes, so obsessed, seriously obsessed, so obsessed. I'm excited. I hopefully edited that out. My essing stutters. You have just been on and on and on and on, and this is,
And I kind of blame you a little because
yeah,
you hyped up this game.
I did.
You were like, we need to play this because it's multiplayer and
Yes,
we can, we could just like play together and we have a new game.
right.
And I was
And
like,
dinosaurs,
right. And I was like, cool. Let's see what this is about.
yeah.
And I jumped in and I
Right.
was like, ooh, I kind of like this.
Which, to be honest, I was a little nervous because my experience playing by myself was not good. My dad had it on his Xbox. I was like, ooh, a new game, because my dad does an automatic update where whatever on Game Pass is, he just, because he has like, what, 3 terabyte hard drive on his Xbox, so for memory, so he just downloads whatever. So every Game Pass game that comes out, he has it instantly. It doesn't matter whether he likes it or not, it just installs onto his Xbox. End of story. So he has all these games because he has all the memory for
right.
it. So yeah, and he has the
What
ultimate
does
pass.
he do if he doesn't like the games? Does he delete them?
I guess it wouldn't matter. It'll be like this little chunk versus like the massive amount of space he has. And then most of them too, like I think when the cloud thing really kicked off, he stopped downloading them. But essentially he could if he wanted to.
Right.
But he can just play them off the cloud now. And then sometimes
Right,
he'll do that.
which is
He'll
what
play
I
it on
do.
his phone. Right. But yeah, but it pretty much, it was on there. I don't think he even played it. He's like, oh yeah, it's just it, but it notifies him like, hey, this is download on the Xbox, or hey, this is the new Xbox Game Pass game that we're releasing. Because they do, hey, we're releasing these Xbox games, and then hey, these are the ones that are leaving Xbox Pass.
Right.
Game Pass, yeah. And Ark was on there. I was like, let me try it, and I knew it was a survival game to a degree. I knew it was like, because I've seen stuff on it. I've seen YouTube, TikTok on it, and whatever. Actually, before TikTok, I saw game clips of it on YouTube. But of course, when people post it up, it's like way farther in the game, where they're not showing up on the shores completely naked with nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was like, oh, cool. Like, I'll start with something. And I saw, like, they started building gears, and they're, like, advancing from, like, just regular primitive stuff to, like, riot shields and, electronic stuff, and from, like, spears to, like, guns, and from bow and arrows to, like, laser blasters, whatever. So I saw trailers of it. I saw gameplay of it. It looked really cool. So when I tried it, completely but naked.
Yeah, you naked on the beach.
I was like, what do I do? And again, I just like when we started, I don't really remember the opening.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think
you asked me about it, and I was like, I did not. I don't.
But I
if
think
there was one, I didn't see it.
I think this time around when we played it, I saw the cutscene for the beginning of the game. Somehow missed it still.
Yeah, because I have no idea what happened.
Right, because there was a storyline essentially and a plot to Ark, I believe. But I missed it the first time, and I missed it yet again. But yeah, I just showed up on the shores, and I just see dinosaurs walking around, and all I have is my fist, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't have any stuff, but like, it's kind of guiding me. Hey, build an axe, or build a pickaxe, build a thing to chop down trees. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm punching trees to get the wood, to build the whatever, and I do that. I collect the stones, and then like, I think the first thing I try to fight was a Triceratops. Died immediately. But also too with Xbox, I didn't like kind of like how we're doing, like adjusting the settings and whatever.
Right.
I didn't do any of that. I just jumped into how the game was, and I got murdered. This thing
Right.
just like hit me with its horns, and I died. I was like, oh,
Right, because you have nothing protecting
right.
you.
I was like, this is stupid.
You're also not leveled up,
and I
like your health.
immediately turned it off. And then I was like, well, and then I think I went over to my dad's house again, played it. I tried it again. picked me up from where I left off, and I was like, let me try something smaller, like a dodo. Kicked the dodo's butt. It was tougher than I thought it'd be, but it ran away. And then I realized, because I was using my fist, it just would pass out, and I'm like, so I had a bunch of like
Passed out dodos.
just along the seashores, just pass out dodos. I didn't know like you had to kill them because I was just using my fist, and I was like, okay. And then I see them like just get up and then they just leave, and I'm like, but how do I get meat? Like I knew I needed meat for something because I was hungry, and I was like, even if it was raw, I just needed to eat something. The berries weren't doing it because I was collecting berries and stuff like that. I was like, how do I get meat? And then finally, I was chopping something down, and a dodo was like walking by, and I was like, forget it. I chopped it with an axe, and then I realized I killed it. I was like, oh, my first kill, cool. Then I got the meat. I ate the raw meat, which I shouldn't have. I think I died or something like that, whatever, from eating meat. And I think after that, I was like, I'm done with this game. Like, but also too, I was by myself, so my first experience with it was not the greatest. Played other survival games, and that kind of gave me more of knowledge of like how Ark should work. Fast forward to us being together and me saying, hey baby, we played these really awesome cool games together like Grounded and so, let's try Ark, because I know you saw it and you kind of brought it up.
Yeah, it was like, oh, I didn't see much about it. The image looked a little weird. I was like, oh, I have to fight other people. I do not like open world games.
You don't.
Okay, open world to where I can explore.
Right. Got
it. Love them. Open world to, is that considered open world when there's a bunch of people?
There is open world, and then there's mass multiplayer online.
I don't like those.
That's when it's an open world, but there's a crazy ton of people just there.
I don't like those.
Right. You don't like other people like in the same essentially room or server, or like you're exploring this kind of like your experience again. Had you start off with the wrong one, Elden Scrolls. You started with Elden Scrolls Online. Horrible decision. I regret telling you to ever start that ever. And because you didn't even leave the dungeon. You're just like, who's that? And they just ran past you, and you're like, I don't like this. And I'm like, oh no, that's a player. You're like, off. I should have had you start with either Oblivion or Morrowind or Skyrim. That it's open world. You're just by yourself.
Right.
So again, no one's gonna come bother you, and you can explore the world by yourself, much like Harry Potter, Assassin's Creed. So you're used to open worlds, you like them, you just don't like them when there's a lot of people.
I want it to be like characters in the game.
Right. NPCs pretty much.
Right, where I can interact with them, I could fight them, I could whatever, I could be nice if I wanted to, or I could or they'll ignore me. Yes. But anything where like I see another person, they could run up to me and potentially like attack me.
Right, another player.
Player.
Right.
I'm like, no. Right. Unless I can do multiplayer, right, where it's like you and me playing, or you, me, and your brother, or you, me, and one of the kids. You know what I mean? Something like that.
So co-op. Yes. You like
it could be cross-platform. It could be local. I don't care. I like co-op. Right. I like to be able to play with you because I think it's more quality time too, where we get to hang out.
And do silly stuff.
Right. And also, too, like, we get annoyed at each other. Yeah. I don't think you get annoyed at me, but I get annoyed at you. Because you're like, cool, I'm going to go attack this thing. I'm like, no. You're like, dang it, I died. And I'm like...
Yeah. But like, baby, where were you? I said I was going to stay here. This is where I still am, and you ran off. So, goodbye, you died. I'm not in a rush to come and revive you. So, when I'm done.
Because also, too, by the time I get there, you're going to be completely dead.
So, you just finish whatever you're doing. Like, are you still dead? I'm like, no, I respawned. It's okay. But,
I'm going to get my shit back.
Right. But, yeah, I like the fact that Ark was a good game for us. The only thing we're having trouble with, and something we weren't used to, but I think when we started it, we just stayed near each other, and then we got to the point where we're like, I just want to build.
Because again, that's what happens in all the games that we play that are survival. Right. Is I'm the builder, and I want to build, and then again, also kind of leads into when I was playing Harry Potter or Hogwarts Legacy. Right. I become a breeder.
Yes, you start breeding, and you were catching all the fantastic beasts and all the mystical and magical beasts and stuff like that, and like breeding, and that was just it. Which I love it because you just It's oh my gosh.
I become the mom of the.
It's such a sweet, adorable side of you, and it's again like you have children, and I know it's there, but it's different. And I know you're an animal person. I know you love animals, and I know you have that heart. But just to even see it in a video game, it's just the most adorable, sweet, passionate thing. Just watch it, or even if I'm playing the game and I'm just hearing you, I can't help but just cheese. Like I just start smiling. And I'm like,
and then I get mad at them, and
right,
I'm like,
because they're like they're like your children. Harold, cut it out. What are you doing? You know, and it's just the cutest thing, and it shows how much me and you were really alike, because we're gamers, and I knew you were a gamer because you do this, and this is how I know there's a true gamer in the house. Because I used to get made fun of for doing it all the time. When you're playing a game and you get hit, you say ow. And my family used to make fun of me. Oh, why are you saying ow? You didn't really get hurt. I'm like, it hurts my soul. I can feel it in my character. They get hurt. Ow. You know what I mean? And you do the same thing, and you just get so enveloped. And the second thing that topped everything was the storyline for Assassin's Creed with Phoebe. And you
literally cried.
Yes, and when I saw that, I was like, she's a gamer.
I was like, I cannot play
love
this for
her.
A day
oh my
or
god!
Two. I was like, baby. Do you remember with Assassin's Creed Odyssey when she died? I went on a rampage.
Yeah, you were just killing everyone.
I needed.
You needed that justice. You needed that vengeance.
They killed my sister.
Your own daughter, for that matter. Yeah, you were.
They killed her.
You were just, who's involved? Kill. Who's involved? Kill. Who's involved? You were stuck on just whoever was involved with that mission, whoever led to her death.
And I'm telling you, anytime someone was the one lady that was supposed to be watching her,
you wanted to kill her so bad. You wanted to.
I was like, if it gave me an option to murder you, I would.
You would have, and you tried. You were cutting her, but nothing happened.
Yeah, she was.
You were just hacking into her, and that, I don't know if that did anything for you, but you were there for
it was a little.
You were there for a good 5 minutes straight. I'm like, she's still attacking the same person. I'm like, yeah, she is, and she's pissed, and she. It was just so.
But every time she's like, oh, where is she? I'm like, you killed her. You sent her out.
Yeah.
You caused this, not me. You did that. But anytime, oh my god, and I got the inkling. One of the two people, they were like, no, we're gonna bury her for you. Like, we're gonna make sure that she's okay. And I was like, okay, good. Like, I trust you too. Like, I'm trusting you.
Or I'm gonna come and murder you.
Or I'm going to try to do everything I can to murder you. Put this little girl to rest.
Yeah, rest in
please.
peace. Yeah.
Make sure she's like well taken care of. And I went out and I was like, oh, I know it's this bad guy. I know it's this bad guy. I learned that it's this guy.
You deep searched that in the game.
Went and I killed them all.
You did. You darn did. Yep.
I was like, how dare you?
You were on a rampage.
Again, spoiler alert. Sorry, I get really involved in these games. I get really, really encompassed in them, and they become part of me. When I went to the underworld,
and you saw her again.
I wasn't gonna do it. It was a side mission that I didn't need to do. It was literally called The Lost Child. I was like, you know what?
It didn't say her name.
No,
it didn't say what it was gonna lead to.
Nothing. And I was gonna bypass it, but it just so happened to be close to me, like within I walked there.
Right.
And I was like. And I couldn't tell who it was, and then all of a sudden, like, the child, like, moved her face, and I was like...
It's Phoebe.
I was like, what is she... Why is she here?
Right, well, again, in Tartarus, not in Islam.
Tartarus is what they consider their prison.
Right, so...
versus the underworld.
Right.
The underworld is the place in general... like where they all go, they're
Islam
lost, they
was
were
like
buried.
Islam was like their heaven, essentially.
Is their heaven, yeah.
Right. So the fact that you were in Islam,
there.
you were in Islam, Then you went to Tartarus, and then you see Phoebe. You didn't see Phoebe in Islam first.
Right, but that's because she went there. She went to Islam first.
And then she went to Tartarus looking for her parents.
Right. She was like, they're not here. I'm going to go find them.
Because she was tricked, yeah.
And supposedly her parents went looking for her. Apparently they got wind that, she died.
Right.
And that she's in Islam, so they crossed.
Yeah.
They found a break in the thing to get to Islam.
Right. So crazy. Oh my gosh. But and
then people were trying, someone kidnapped her.
Right.
Oh, I murdered them. I was like, oh.
You murdered them again? Because it was the same guy that messed with them before. Yeah.
Because I was there, though. So they were trying to get back at me, and they were like, oh, we know how to get to her.
Yeah, to use Phoebe.
Right, use Phoebe.
Obviously, they didn't learn their lesson when they were alive, so...
I killed for that little girl.
Again and again. Not even hell can keep you safe.
Yeah, no.
The gates of Hades is no...
I got so...
passionate. Yeah.
I cried. I
did.
sobbed.
Yeah.
I didn't cry. I sobbed.
It was...
I was just like... And I was like, don't look at me. I was like...
I was looking.
I'm in Paris. I was like,
you're adorable.
I was like, that little girl. I was like... She was so annoying, and every time she'd be like, but I just want to be with
sister,
you.
Yeah.
I just want to be with you. And I'm like, God, go be a kid. I'm leaving you somewhere because I know you're going to be safe. I took care of all the bad guys in that area. I know you're going to be safe here. Stay here and be a kid. I will come back to see you. But then she shows up, and I'm like,
you're like, nothing better not happened to you.
Right.
Hello. But I find it more passionate for you.
I love that we went from survival games to
we're gonna go back to it.
But it's because I got so passionate,
right.
and I'm still very passionate about it because sometimes I think about her and I'm like, I hope she's okay, and I know she's a character, but I'm like, Phoebe.
It's interesting because, again, bringing it more personal to your life, you growing up, you didn't have siblings.
No, not at all.
So this is makes it, to me, psychologically, impacts you more because this is the sister I never had. This is what a little sister would be if I had one.
But also too, I think it goes very much into I'm a mom.
Right.
That's what I would do for my kids.
Yes. So it's the mom aspect.
Someone messes with my child.
Yeah.
It is a problem.
Yeah, and it's
someone kills my child.
Right.
I'm going to the ends of the earth.
Yeah.
To kill you.
Right.
I will do everything I can in my power.
Make you suffer. Completely.
Right. I'm not just going to kill you. I'm going to torture you.
Yeah. We don't condone.
No, not at all.
We don't condone violence.
Not at all.
We're not promoting violence.
But I am saying
this is the disclaimer. We're saying we don't.
You
promote
mess
violence.
with mine. I'm messing with you.
We're not saying go out and commit mass genocide. None of that.
No.
This is not what this podcast is saying.
No.
So
we do not condone.
This is all in games. You can commit mass genocide in video games. That is okay. Still not okay. Moral compass, you gotta at least have one. But if that's what the game entitles for you to do, then fine. We don't promote or condone violence. Thank you. PSA announcement over. Anyways. But in general, you are so enveloped in just the breeding aspect of things, just the characters. So Hogwarts Legacy was your first taste into breeding, but now with Ark, oh my goodness, there's different dinosaurs you can breed. And catching them is the interesting part because you have to beat the snot out of them.
But then sometimes
use trank guns.
Right. But also too, some of them you have to feed them very specific things.
Right. The more domesticated ones. Right.
Right. The further I'm getting along in it, the ones close, it's very simple. You feed them meat, fish, or berries.
Right.
They are tamed. It might take a while depending on how big they are and how much you need. But
or the species, because I remember the pterodactyls were giving us a hard time at first, and we were giving them fish.
Right. But also too, there's different levels. So there's fish, and then there's prime fish.
Yeah.
Which looks like a beautiful salmon piece of salmon.
It looks nice.
Which I'm like, I want to eat that. I want this beautiful piece of salmon. It's a nice thick piece too. I was like, ooh, that looks yummy.
Yes.
But then same thing with meat. There's raw meat and then there's prime meat.
Yeah.
Which is like a leg bone.
Yeah,
like,
it's like hearty. Yeah.
Right. It looks hearty and it looks like
Right.
this is going to be the best piece of meat you've ever had. And it helps tame them faster.
Yeah. Is there any like prime berries or vegetables?
No, I don't.
It's just
As far as
regular-
I know, I haven't.
Unless you make stuff with it.
I think so.
Like
You have to-
smoothies
yeah,
or
you-
like different paste or jelly
Right.
or jam
so
or
it's,
something.
like kibble.
Yeah, that's I couldn't think of
There's
the word
different
kibble.
kibble. There's different things like that. Have I figured out how to do that yet? No.
Not yet. Because
I need to
you,
look it up though.
I think you said you need so for. I remember.
I don't remember everything I need.
I don't
'cause it
know
does-
what
I
island
don't-
you were, but it was that kangaroo one, and you were like, I think this one needs kibble because it just wasn't going up. You're like,
no,
I
not at
can't-
all. And
I
it was
can't
just
tame this thing.
right. Not at all.
Right. But I do know some of them are so. This is what I mentioned. Domestic. Some of them are so domestic. Where like, you don't even need to like knock them out. They won't attack you. You just have whatever kibble or whatever.
Right, they're
Special
so
food,
docile
right?
that you
just
don't-
give them the food, and then that's the taming process.
Right.
Don't need to make them unconscious. Don't need to do any of that. Which, by the way, for those that are confused, in Ark, majority of the time of taming these animals is you have to make them pass out. You don't kill them, you knock them out.
And
that
then you
can
put
be
it in
by
their
brute
inventory.
force,
So essentially, you're
punch,
force
punch, punch,
feeding.
punch, or club, or tranquilizing guns and stuff like that.
Right.
And then while they're unconscious,
You essentially have to like force feed them.
right, force feed them, and then they'll start eating the berries or the meat or whatever, and then eventually once the taming bar goes up, then they're yours. You can name them, and you come up with the most creative, cutest, sweetest names, or sometimes you'll be like, hey Aiden, give me this is a T-Rex boy name. Hey Ethan, this is a pterodactyl girl name. And then
Right. Well,
they come up
Ethan's
with whatever.
pterodactyl name was Bob.
Bob.
But Ethan named a T-Rex, and he named her Moldy Molly.
Yeah.
Or Moldy Melissa.
Yeah, and then from
And
there
then
is Putrid.
Putrid Pete,
Pete,
and then we have Loopy
Yeah,
Lemon.
Loopy Lemon. So, but you've become so, and also coming back to the start of this whole arc thing and our issue with it, which I don't think we touched on it. We were going to.
I don't like to reuse names because I will bounce between different.
Right, because you.
So we have
different
our
islands.
regular one, which is
Right.
the island. We're
Then you-
working on that, and we're slowly going through
Right.
the thing.
And then you went to Ragnarok. You went into.
But then there's the custom ones where you
Oh.
can. They're the small ones like Ragnarok. Then there's like the center, and then there's
Right.
Lost.
Those might
Lost
be just DLCs because you've got
Island
the
or
whole.
something like that.
You've got the whole bundle for the Game Pass.
Right.
Right.
So they're down at the bottom. Those are the ones that I end up playing creative
Right.
by myself. I play solo, and then I end up doing creative because I want to build.
Right.
So I'm using that as building and breeding. So anytime, but then ours, like we have a bunch of
yeah.
animals, but like or dinos, but we're collecting
Yes.
different ones. Like we have one T-Rex, we have a girl, and then we need to find a boy.
Right. And then
Because
we
I
have
wanna
that
breed
feathered
them.
one.
Right, and then we have the feathered one, which I want to find a boy version because
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
gonna be
girl.
tough.
Because I want to have them have a baby, at least
Right.
one.
Right.
So I know it's possible if we take the baby with us. God forbid the baby dies.
Right.
We can make more.
Right.
That's the whole idea of it. Because it's easier to tame two, breed them,
Right.
than continue
yeah.
trying to tame them.
Right.
I'd
Because the taming
rather-
process is hard.
Right.
especially-
I'd rather just breed them.
And again, we've adjusted.
Also, too, if you have them as far as like with their level,
Right.
if you have mom and dad are relatively close in the same level, higher up because you've leveled them
The
up,
level is going to be higher
their
when they're
baby
born.
will
Yeah.
automatically come out with a higher level.
Right. But yeah, but I know we made some adjustments with Arc and stuff like that, which again, essentially you can do when playing co-op and stuff like that, and we're going into your own, which is pretty cool. But like, I know for your building things, like those are your building stuff. Like you just
Right.
go and you build, you have all the material, which is fun. And again, that's part of the sandbox version of most of these survival games, which I love that they give you that option. Like, hey, you can just build whatever you want. Make
Right.
it beautiful. Just play around with it and catch whatever you want. Yeah, my phone's being weird. That's probably Phil. TikTok.
Yeah, but you didn't turn the volume off?
I thought I did. But yeah, but our main issue with right now, Arc, is when I do join you, is the tethering. I can't go very far. Now, there's a way if we both had PCs to lengthen the distance, but you're playing on Xbox, I'm playing on the PC. So, like, I could only get but so far before I can't go anywhere.
Right.
Now, you can go wherever you want. Doesn't matter how far.
And it pulls you.
Right, and it'll pull me. So if I'm going in one direction, I can't pull you. You pull me because you're the host of the game.
Right.
You're essentially your world that I'm jumping into. So if I were to jump into the game without you, it's my own thing. Which I did start my own thing. Not that much fun. Because, again, I like playing with you. I like doing the things. But then, again, you get into this, I can just build now.
Right.
And then, again, I'm
playing
just
creative,
there.
though. So I already have... I don't need to collect anything.
Right. So I think that's kind of like what we were diving into. Like, hey, like... You can play what other games you want to play. I'm going to stay on Arc. I'm going to build the stuff we need. And then
I'm going to build the
afterwards,
fortress and everything.
I'm going to build the things. And then once you jump back into the game and we play together, we'll be set. We can go out. We can get dinos. We can do the boss stuff.
Right.
Get the articles. Spelunking. Go to the caves and stuff like that. And do all that stuff.
Especially with stuff at the water.
Yeah. Ooh.
I can get all of the gear we need.
Yeah. Water.
But also, too... I figured out how, with creative, I figured out how to use the generator.
Right.
I figured out how to properly, because my other one's trying to lay down
the electrical
cables.
work afterwards.
Yeah, which I didn't know that you need to lay it down first.
Right.
But again, then after the fact, when all of the cables were like up above.
Yeah, they're just, sometimes they're just floating in the air.
Yeah. It looks sloppy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't like the way this looks.
Right.
But also, too, I'm like, I could practice building on like a mount or on a cliff. I want to practice the next one. I want to try to do the tree.
Right.
Like, because there's a base, like a platform for trees.
Right.
Where it will build and then you can just build around it.
Like a treehouse type of deal.
Kind of.
That's pretty cool.
And I was like, ooh, I kind of like that idea.
Yeah.
But then...
I like treehouses. Treehouses are nice.
But then it also, too, I'm like, oh, well, how are we getting up there? Then I have to figure that out. And I'm like, okay, how high do I make it? I can't make it too high in the air because then how are we getting there?
Right.
But then also, too, are we just going to keep our animals on the floor? Currently...
You'd want them up.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would want them up to kind of elevate them from danger a little bit.
Which means you'd need to build like stairs or ramps or something to get them, especially
but also
the bigger
have
ones.
them have a big enough space for them to be able to be up.
Right. That's interesting. That'll be interesting to see. I'm pretty sure you're gonna figure it out. You're gonna work it out because again, you are the architect. You are the builder. So I have completely 100% faith in you, my love. But yeah. But we've been just kind of been playing survival games. Ark being the main one. I have taken a break from Ark and I've kind of just let you again do all the building and stuff like that. So by the time like, hey honey, like let's jump back into it. Let's deep dive. Let's go spelunking. Let's do because we have one artifact.
Right.
In the first one.
For the Broodmother.
Yeah, for the Broodmother. Which is the second strongest boss, I think. Because I know it says level 70, but we went to another one of those big pillar ones, and I think it was the dragon. I don't remember which one it was, but the lowest
wyvern.
Yeah, the lowest level was I think 40 or 50.
Spitting poison at me.
I know you were fighting dragons.
I called
yesterday.
him fart
mouth or something like that. Fart breath.
Yeah, fart breath.
Fart breath. Yeah, he was spitting
or fart
poison.
face. I kept calling him fart face.
They electrocute you. They burn you.
Face.
They spit gas at you through their mouth.
Yeah, he was trying to poison me. So there's fire ones. There's electric ones, and then there's poison, but then there's also ice ones.
Ooh.
But those are in like the cold.
Right. Which you haven't.
But I think I'm on
you
the
were trying to
wrong
find
map.
the dragon nest because apparently you can't tame the dragons in Ark. You have to
you have to find the egg and raise it.
Right. But you have to make sure they're fertile. Like, are they always going to be fertile?
I don't know.
Because again,
once you hover over it, it will tell you
if it's fertile, or also it'll be glowing.
Yeah, it'll be glowing.
Yeah.
Like,
so hopefully it will be.
All of a sudden, my T-Rexes all of a sudden had 2 eggs. I was like,
right.
What are you doing? When I had them, but I had them set to wander, which usually like it'll have like the multiple little hearts, but then like they wander off. but apparently they were just staying so close to each other.
Yeah.
They kind of like all migrated.
Baby time.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden there was 2 eggs, and I was like, from 2 different moms.
Right.
I was like,
That's cute.
but also too, it was like 2 different like. I was like, oh.
Yeah, they were getting it on. They're like baby time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dinos and babies. And then you had the one you had trouble with because it's technically a mammal. It wasn't a dinosaur.
Right.
It was
kept
those
spitting
pig
out
things.
Yeah, I don't remember what they're called, but it was spitting out a live baby.
Yeah, and then you had to be quick to like
Right.
maintain it and take care of it, otherwise it'll die.
Right.
And a lot of times when you noticed it, it was already dead
Because
you
I thought it
didn't
was
know.
an egg, and I was
Right.
like, oh, the health of them lasts a little bit before I can like pick it up and like move it.
Right.
And it spit out a live baby, and I was like, the baby was, by the time I got over to
Right.
it was dead.
Yeah, you gotta be watching them. Be like, okay, and go. Because you said also when you're hovering over the one that's essentially pregnant, it'll tell you how long further
Her
she is.
gestation.
Right, and then okay, hey, it's about that
But
time.
I
it's
didn't
a
know
countdown. Right. So she was just, and it was like 3 or 4 of them,
when
right?
she pushes out the baby, it goes flying. Like forceful. Like it's like moves like a couple feet. I was like, jeepers. Not like straight underneath it like the
right,
eggs,
that's so.
where they fall
funny.
just right underneath them. She like
She projectiles.
projectiled the baby right out of her. I was like, ma'am, no wonder the babies are dying.
Smacking into rocks and trees and stuff. Pew! Ugh.
Right.
Oh, that's funny. That's a little. But my survival games haven't been as eccentric as far as like breeding. Again, we are very much alike. I did get into a breeding phase when I was playing Palworld.
Mm-hmm. I tried to play for like all of 10
yeah,
minutes.
all
and
of
I
10
was like,
minutes, and well, because I also messed up trying to adjust the settings, and then
yeah, those
the what do you call them?
Chipipis. Yeah, I called them chipipis.
The little chicken things when you first come out of the dang on
They're like
cave.
chickpeas or something like that.
Yeah,
but I called them
they're the
chipipis.
chicken
I read
pals. They were mean. You attacked one, and then like 3 of them came after you, and they were. I made them too strong, or I made it too weak. Yeah,
yeah, you made them way too strong or something.
Their
and
health
they
was not
were
going down for
chasing me. I didn't even do anything. I was just near you.
You're like, oh no, it's a pee-pee.
I was like,
It killed me. You got
dang,
away.
chipipis? And I just kept running.
Right, but I ended up fixing it, and then you were able to like, do more stuff, and then you caught a couple of them. You caught a couple of pal.
Yeah.
Be able to build some stuff. But at a certain point, I've explained to you in Palworld, which in my opinion is if Ark and Digimon had a baby.
Right.
That would be Palworld. I know people are like, no, it's more like Pokemon. Fine, there's like spheres which you use to like catch the different powers, but I still think it's more Digimon for this simple fact alone. In Pokemon, you could only breed the same species. You can't crossbreed. You can't do that. The only thing you can crossbreed for Pokemon with another Pokemon that's a different species is a Ditto. Because Ditto is a mimic Pokemon. It's just a blob that can essentially turn into whatever it wants. So, if you breed a Ditto with a Charmander, you will get a Charmander or Charmander baby. If you breed a Ditto with a Entei, you will get an Entei baby. Plain and simple. But in Digimon, their evolutions are so strange and different. One Digimon could evolve into like 3 different things.
Right.
Or 3 different Digimons can evolve into one thing.
Right.
Because again, it's all about data. It's digital. Also, too, difference between Pokemon and Digimon. Digimon always revert back to their rookie form, so they'll go back to their regular stage. They'll max up, they'll evolve into like as high as they can go, but then they'll always revert back to, because it's kind of like running out of data, essentially. Sorry, nerding out just a little bit, but that's what I kind of see as Palworld, as Ark and Digimon had a baby, not Pokemon. Well, maybe if Ark, Digimon, and Pokemon had a baby together. Anyways, because again, the only aspect of Pokemon that's in Palworld is some of them look like other Pokemon, and then the aspect of the spheres of catching the actual pals.
Right.
But in Palworld, and this is the point I was trying to get to, I did the long version, you can mix any species with any species.
Right.
And then you won't get one or the other. You'll get a completely different species
Right.
altogether. Now, there is a science, there is formulas to get certain legendary, quote-unquote, POWs in Palworld for mixing this one, and then you get this one. People already done the science, people already done the math, leaks have already been out. Now, I know it's been a really long time since I played Palworld. They've made new POWs, they've opened the world up more, and so on and so forth. Because I played it in its beginning stage for Xbox. Horrible idea. It kept crashing. And I fought through it. So I got such a high level of fighting through it. But it just kept crashing. Like, okay, we fixed the console problems for it not to crash. Kept doing it over and over and over and over and over. Which is why I was nervous playing it with you. I'm like, I don't know if they fixed it or not. Which, for all of 10 minutes that you played, it was fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was fine.
It didn't crash.
But to get to my point of how me and you were really like kindred spirits and we're very much alike, in Palworld, I got into just a phase of just I wanted to breed and see what I could have cheated and be like, oh, I want this POW, so I know I got to mix this and this, but I was like, I just want to experiment and see what's going to happen.
Right.
Which is fun, and that's kind of like where you are. You're like, I just want to breed, I want them to have babies.
But also, too, I'm breeding for pattern, I'm breeding for color, I'm breeding like a breeder would.
Yes, which
I'm
is
breeding
cool.
for their not mutations, what is that called?
Genetic.
Yeah, I'm breeding for their genetics.
Genes, yeah.
I'm breeding for them to be powerful. I'm breeding for them to be strong, a higher level. Like, that's what I'm doing.
Which, going back to Ark,
some of them I will, though, breed specifically for color. I'll, if I find a mostly white one, and then I find a red one, I want to see what they're going to make. Right.
I don't know what your experience is and how much of these you've been breeding, but we did find out the robot dinos can breed only with robot dinos.
Yes. I have bred a couple of them.
Right. What has been your outcome with that? Is it also like, hey, one's just going to take after the one parent, or do their color patterns change as well? Or have you not like really experimented too much with it?
The robotic ones?
Yeah.
Sometimes they will lean more to one parent than the other.
Okay.
Sometimes though they come out with different. With the robotic ones, it's kind of different, I think.
Yeah.
Versus the regular ones, because with the regular ones, you're getting genes, like
right?
They're genetics,
right?
For example, when I bred the two Rexes, one's a lighter green, one's a darker green,
right?
With red on her,
right?
The baby came out just like her mother,
right?
Just like her mom.
But I know the parents that you're also breeding have ancestors of their own that you can look into. Like, what were they? It
doesn't let me.
Oh, it doesn't.
Nope. It doesn't. It just says it's blank because I don't know. I have not. Now it's different if I have the ones I have and I'm breeding them down
and you can
I'm
see where the chain is.
Then I can see where the genes are
right,
coming
but from a wild one you captured, it won't show you.
It does not show you
where they came from.
No.
Because that could also be like why some of the genetic genes are different when you breed to them. Like, hey, like why are they this color instead of their mom and dad?
Right.
Because somewhere along the line, their parents could be like a different color, whatever.
Right.
We just don't know. So.
I'm still a little bummed that I couldn't get that one.
The white and red one.
Oh,
that was my fault.
She was an alpha
though,
and
she was tough.
So hard to go down.
She was tough.
We were trying.
I am so sorry. I was like, okay, she'll run away soon. I'm using a sword, and she didn't. She was just like, I guess this is my fate, and then.
Oh, she was Kaputski. So pretty.
She was. But you got like one similar.
She was mostly white, and then she had
the red spine.
But the red was just so bright. But again, I think it was glowing because she was an alpha. But then I found another one that was very similar to that, mostly white with the red spine,
but not as bright.
It wasn't as bright, but she's still very pretty. Right. We named her Cherry.
Yeah, Cherry Bomb.
Yeah, we named her Cherry Bomb. And then we found a boy one that all white except for his spine. His spine is black.
Right.
Or it's like a dark brown, almost black. And then we mated those two because I wanted white babies, like the white colored, the white Rexes ones. Yeah, because I think they're so pretty. They're so bright, like they just they glow. We named him Serpentious.
After who?
Yeah, Serpentious from Hazbin Hotel.
Yes.
And then Cherry Bomb is from Hazbin Hotel.
Yes. Is there a theme? Yes, there is.
But then they had twin boys that looked just like their mother with the red.
And I
back.
know you said the next red whatever it's gonna be was gonna be like Alistair,
as long as it was a boy.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Which I'm gonna. I don't know what I'm gonna find. The flyers seem to be like brightly red.
Right. I'm surprised you didn't name the white one Angel Dust, because he's mostly white.
Right, but I know. Yeah, see, Serpentious is green. I could have named one Serpentious, the green one, but
it's okay. Yay for themes. Speaking of sort of Halloween themes, I guess.
I can't wait for
Segway. Yeah, that's gonna come out.
I know. I think it says here.
But you have 2 genres of games so far you love.
Yes.
Survival. Well, okay, 3. Survival, open world, and horror.
Yes.
There is a game I've been playing that you wanted to try.
I really want to play.
That is horror and survival.
Yes.
What is it called, my love?
It is called Once Human.
Yeah, it is pretty interesting. Now I'm tying this into with the survival games we have been playing because
it's co-op.
Yeah, that's what I was getting into.
Even better.
Yes. So hopefully once we are able to get the game in your hands somehow.
I think I have to pay for it.
Right. So
I don't think it'll be free.
There's probably going to be, especially with Halloween coming up, there's probably, especially for that game, there's probably going to be a sale for it. So maybe then we'll be able to get it.
I can always look. I'll Google it.
Or even if it jumps on Game Pass or whatever, we'll see if we can get it. But I know it's going to be interesting. I know it's going to be fun because it's the 2 genres you love, horror and survival. But having said all that, tying 2 games together, on my birthday, Once Human is doing something so cool. They're going to do a crossover of Palworld and Once Human. So excited!
Why don't you mention when your birthday is?
October 30th. I am a mischief baby. Mwahaha. Anyways, yes. I'm mischievous. Yes. But yeah, so, and I remember when I told you that and I saw the trailer and everything, you're like, oh, why would Palworld fit into Once Human? And you're like, it's a very horror game, it's a very survivor. Palworld is also survivor-ish, which it is. You have to mine, you have to craft, but I told you as well, you don't do it yourself. Pretty much once you get the pals, they essentially mine for you. They essentially build for you, and you put them to work. And I know when the game first came out, it was like, oh, labor abuse, slavery, and blah, 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 all that stuff. People made a whole big thing about it. Like, it's like Pokemon, but just slavery. It's like, no, it's whatever. Again, playing Ark, and then playing Palworld, and then playing Once Human, and then playing this new one I'm into, which is pretty cool, called Dawnlands. I don't know if it's so new that no one knows anything about it, because I tried to Google stuff about it. Google didn't even know what the hell I was talking about. It's like, this thing don't exist. I was like, it does, because it's in the game. But anyways, Palworld is such an interesting spin-off of so many other survival games. But Once Human is collabing with Palworld because in Once Human, you use these things called deviants. And they're kind of like spirits in a sense. And once you get your territory, which they consider like your base, like you can build forts in Once Human too, which is, you're gonna love that. But it's the same thing as Ark, where you gotta like get the points, unlock the building structures, and then you can build monuments whenever you want. Get the materials, the wood, whatever. Once you have tamed your deviant, depending on what deviant it is, there's combat deviants, and then there's other deviants that go out and mine materials for you, like rocks and wood and stuff like that. So, and it's cute because they're like these cute little things, some of them. And then some of these deviants, like the combat one, he's legit a samurai. Like, he's just in samurai, and he's slicing like the zombies and whatever. Like, once I summon him out, he's just cutting stuff up and he's helping me out. And he's like a samurai ninja who'll come out, slice the head off of one, then disappear, and then go literally to the next one and he'll keep attacking in that area until I call him back. Like, he just fights, which is pretty cool. So there's combat ones, and then there's ones for like helping you build your home and stuff like that. So I can see how Palworld is going to be introduced into Once Human, because the Palmons or the Pals are going to be essentially these deviants
Right.
to help you. Because again, most of the Pals already do that. They mine for ore, they mine for rocks, or they cut down trees and they get wood.
Right.
I have 2 deviants right now in my territory that collect wood for me and mine rock. And then one of them powers electricity and so on and so forth. So I can see how Palworld is going to be a crossover with Once Human. But I am so excited for you to try Once Human. Create your own character, make your own person. You have to equip your gear, build the gear, rifles, guns, everything, and it's a good Halloweeny game. And I've been kind of like fixing to have like some kind of spooky. I've been saying it all spooky, and everyone's like, "What are you?" I was like, Halloween, and I've just been just crazy. But it's a good like spooky Halloween fix for me, and I'm just like,
I can't wait for this fall.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I am a fall girl.
But it is a good, and I can't wait for us to play it. No tethering as far as I'm aware, but I will warn you, my love, it is mass multiplayer online. However, having said that, I've literally ran into no one, and if they are around, it's just the stuff they build. So like, you go by people's houses that they build, but you won't see them. As far as like I'm aware, I've been playing this game for a while. I have not seen anyone roll up on me. I have not seen anyone drive anything, whatever. Now there are some instances where you need to like team up with people, and it's a matchmaking thing where like, hey, this global boss I have to destroy for this task.
Right.
So you'll match up with other people, and that's the only time you'll see other people is when you're jumping into like a global boss match. But the AI and the computer in the game is already matching them up for you. Whoever wants to do it, like, okay, click, I want to do that one. Or you can essentially jump into someone else's game for a moment, jump into that boss fight, and then go about your business. Like, once you are done, you don't see those people again. But it's just in that certain area.
Okay.
And then that's it. So I think you'll find this game very comfortable for you, especially someone who doesn't like mass multiplayer online.
Right.
Because again, there are people there, but like, you're pretty much by yourself. You don't see anyone. I haven't seen anyone. I've seen a bunch of zombies and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. I've seen.
Turns out those are the people that you're playing.
I hope not. Jeepers.
I've
seen where people have
their heads off.
have built their own houses and what they built and the half houses and whatever and so on and so forth. But I have not really run into people. Now, what I have seen are, I guess, the ghosts of people. Like, I've just seen random trees just fall down, and I'm like,
hello,
whole apparition, and it's just like other players, but you don't see them. They're just like gathering wood, or their deviants are gathering wood, and so on and so forth. So, but I have not seen anyone. I think it's going to be a really good game I want to get into. And I can't wait to just spend more time with you doing Grounded, doing Ark for all the stuff you built and preparing us for the continuation of Ark and stuff like that, and of course Once Human. And I can't wait to talk about Once Human so much because I know it's the 2 things you love: the horror and the.
I'm excited.
Yeah, and the survival game. But yeah, so this has been survival theme. This has pretty much been this Gamers Night theme, survival of the fittest. Yay! Or the smartest, because you're pretty smart and you build stuff, and I'm just an idiot that's like, charge.
No, you're not an idiot.
Oh, thank you, my love. But I am your battering ram. You're like, defend me. You're my. I'm your shield. I'm
usually like, help, and it's like the smallest little thing. I'm like, get it away from me.
It's a little aphid. You're like, help. I'm like, baby, it's chasing me. I'm like, it's running away from you, actually. But that is our cue. We need to pick up the girly pops. But thank you, my love, for joining me on this podcast, my beautiful co-host. Anything else you'd like to sign off with, since we are bringing this to a close?
Not that I can think of. Cool.
You're cute, adorable, and I love you.
I'm probably, as soon as we are done here, going to look up Once Human to see how much it is.
Yes. That'd be great.
Yeah.
But without further ado, thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for listening. And once again, I'm Samurai, and this is my lovely co-host,
Helena.
Yes. Tune in next time, and we will talk about other games. This is not going to be our only gamer night. We're going to continue to make this a maybe weekly or monthly thing. So along with the Fortnite one, this will be another gaming podcast to listen to. So catch you guys later. Peace out. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening to the S4 Night Radio podcast. Catch us on our Facebook at facebook.com/JATF podcast. Also, join us on the Fumbling Forward Discord network so you can keep updated with everything Fortnite and everything going on with us. I am Samurai once again. Peace out. Catch you guys later.